So once upon a time there was a boy called Harry. It was his first time going into K. He was very disorientated and so out of his comfort zone. So the staff took his bags upstairs and then comforted him and showed him around his room, and then took him on a drive to calm him down and get to know him a bit better. And then a couple of months down the line, he was getting ready to go to semi-independent and he was quite grown up. And once semi was finished, he had a very happy life.
Like nice staff and that understanding staff that you get along with, because if you don't, then you feel like you can't really speak to them about anything. And if they don't really understand you, then you're just in a pickle.
Yeah, pickle.
Yeah, because there's no
What
really
kind of pickle's going to get you into if you're not okay with
then
stuff?
You can't really speak to anyone about anything because you don't feel like they understand you.
Ask them like a bunch of questions when they move in, like they did with me.
Yeah, that's just piling it on.
Well, it's just weird, like, they tell you, like, oh yeah, they match, like, so well, but, I mean, you clearly don't, like, not to be horrible, but you clearly don't match us, like, you just feel like you just put anybody in, like, a placement that needs it, which is fair enough, like, they do need a roof over their head, but you should match them with the other kids.
If I was manager first, I'd make sure that every home was to have a garden, because I enjoyed having a garden because we did garden festivals and camping out and barbecues on the grass and everything, and it was just really nice to have. I'd also keep the children's interviews because I think it was important to get our views on what we thought about the staff coming into our home. And I'd also keep the activities that we have alone and together, because together's important because you have the bonding side of it and building relationships, but you also sometimes need time alone with just the staff.
You're here for a reason. It's not just about going on activities or going to this place, going to X, Y and Z. It doesn't really matter as long as you're getting a roof over your head, food, water, what's the need for anything else really. That's just a treating it at the end of the day. That's what we get because we're here. It's not just all about going on activities every time.
I know she's on about the food, water and everything, but if you're stuck in the house and you've got nothing to do and you're bored, the activities are provided so you actually have something to do. Even like unpaid activities, like going to the park,
Yes.
That's still something that some people should actually be grateful for, because they've actually gone to a park, not like not gone to a park. If you don't connect with your like family or friends, then who are you supposed to talk to if you feel down? There's still support workers, but you don't really know them when you start to move in, so you might talk to your mum. But if you don't really get on with your mum or your dad, then you're just a loner because you've not like actually expressed to them and because you barely know them.
It just makes it easier to like build relationships with people. Like when you first move into somewhere, if I didn't do activities with the people I lived with, then it would have made it so much harder to try and get along with them and build relationships with them, like the staff and the children.
In a pet, because like a pet's like therapeutic, and then the staff listen to you and what was that? Having a good environment, like where you. So like some like places, like council places, look a bit rough, and like I'd like to live somewhere like this where it's like more friendly, more like better, because the houses look neater and better and
Quiet.
yeah.
Another one should be where the staff make you feel welcome. when you first come in, take your bags, even though you should do it yourself, but still. And then another one is when you're feeling or something, they respect your views and wishes.
If they're bad at the job, then they can't look after us. We need looking after. That's obviously why we're here. That we need looking after. And if you can't provide and meet our needs, then what was the point in moving here? Do you get what I'm saying? We clearly got moved from our homes for a reason, because they weren't meeting needs. But then we're just coming into here, and then they're not even meeting our needs. So what's the point?
It just makes it more enjoyable and just a nicer experience, and someone you feel like you can go to and get help from, because you're not going to really want to speak to them about your personal problems if you don't get along with them. On my prom day, my key worker, she said that she'd stay the whole day so she can get all my prom stuff done with me for the whole day.
Nice.
And so she swapped her shift to be there.
I'd keep the children's interviews because they are important to hear what the children want to say. I would also keep the support and help that gets put in place for the young people, because I think that's very good. I would change how every young people. I would change so that every young people gets equal support and then not get treated differently. I would also change how no other young person should know any information about any other young person. The staff talks about your information in front of a young person, your young person knows that information, then they'll come to you and repeat it, and you'll be like, how did you know that information? Because it's just annoying. Everything should just be kept confidential.
Be respectful to the child. Someone who can take a joke and have a laugh. Don't judge the child. Don't be one-sided in an argument. Someone who can make you laugh when you're upset. Don't have favourites. Someone who will understand how you feel. Someone who is nice and kind. Someone who understands you as a person.
Star lamps, and if they can use it if they want to. They're lamps, they're blessed out stars, so it looks like nice stars.
There's different situations of why you've had to be moved to a children's home, and if it's due to family, then you might not want to see them, and if your social worker or someone or your support workers are trying to help you build them bonds but you don't want to, then that's not a good thing. But if you want to try and maintain the relationships with friends and different family members, then it's also a good thing, because you can keep old relationships while you're building new ones, which will make it easier.
I thought, I'm scared. What if I don't like anyone that I move in with? But I was wrong. Most of the people that was in when I moved in were nice. I walked in and sat in the living room, and the staff came in and asked me a bunch of questions. But I felt nervous. I didn't know what to expect from here. It was good, and then I went to bed, and the next day was really good.